What's a British warship doing in India's strategic Andaman Nicobar Islands? HMS Spey has become the second Royal Navy warship to visit the Andaman and Nicobar this year, after HMS Tamar in January. So why is the British Navy suddenly so interested in India's naval bases in Andaman and Nicobar Islands? How are India and UK deepening their defence partnership? And are these growing defence ties driven by a mutual distrust of Beijing's aggression in the South China Sea and the Indo-Pacific at large? When we think of Britain's association with Andaman and Nicobar Islands, we immediately think of Kala Pani prison in Port Blair. Later, Andaman and Nicobar Islands became the first Indian territory where the tricolour was hoisted by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in 1943. But since India's independence in 1947, the UK-India narrative has seen dramatic shifts, paralleling their global ascendancy. Britain and India find themselves similarly placed, both among the world's top 7 economies and military powers. The visit by HMS Spey is the latest chapter in the booming India-UK defence and trade ties. It was berthed at the Naval Component Command headquarters at the outskirts of Port Blair, where the Royal Navy welcomed Indian officers on board the vessel. HMS Spey has been perpetually deployed along with HMS Tamar in the Indo-Pacific since 2021. Brigadier Nick Sawyer, Britain's defence advisor to India, pledged that the UK deeply values its relationship with India and share a common goal to confront nations who challenge the rules-based system and peace at sea. While HMS Tamar became only the second British warship to visit India's Andaman and Nicobar in 30 years, HMS Spey has quickly followed suit. So the question is, why the sudden focus on these Indian islands? Even the US military experts have been batting for more logistical and military access to these islands. The fact is, these 572 islands, which make up the Indian state of Andaman and Nicobar, hold a vital advantage over China. They oversee the Malacca Strait, a small ocean highway through which nearly 80% of Chinese oil imports, trade and military shipping passes. From Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Indian Navy can easily keep a target lock on any Chinese warships entering or leaving the South China Sea. Given the threat of Xi Jinping sparking a global conflict over Taiwan or the Philippines, control over the Straits of Malacca would cripple the Chinese oil supply and war effort in a short span of time. UK's Lieutenant Commander Bridget McNay added, India and the UK share an interest in upholding international maritime law and supporting a free and open Indo-Pacific, unquote. Earlier, Britain also sent a warship HMS Richmond through the Taiwan Strait, a move that challenges Beijing's claim to the sensitive waterway and marks a rare voyage by a non-US military vessel. Britain's recent maneuvers through the Taiwan Strait have stirred anger from the Chinese capital. Xi Jinping has repeatedly ordered his military to encircle Taiwan and practice blockading and striking the island nation. While China is also quickly militarizing its artificial islands in the South China Sea with utter disregard for international rulings or exclusive economic zones of its smaller neighbors, including the Philippines or Vietnam. Given the regional tensions, UK and India are cooperating in next-gen naval technology. This includes electric propulsion technology, which uses electric propulsion to propel the ship propeller blades instead of fuel, thus improving efficiency, reducing noise, as well as cutting carbon emissions. India's current naval vessels lack electric propulsion systems, but the Indian Navy is exploring its integration into future warships. India-UK defence ties are soaring to new heights. In April, soldiers of UK's 2 Royal Gorkha Rifles and India's Bihar Regiment participated in Ajaya Warrior 23, the 7th iteration of joint military exercises between India and the UK. India and Britain are also moving towards a free trade agreement, while India-UK 2030 roadmap also focuses on growth of India's cutting-edge stealth AMCA or Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft program. Now leave a comment below, and if you found this news report informative, then subscribe to our channel or hit the like button so that it can reach more viewers.